What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. I am Blerd Shinobi. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Tuesday afternoon. Well, evening. Tuesday evening. So, I need to start doing my Blerd due diligence. I need to start, doing nerdy stuff. Like, I do it, but I don't film it. I've mostly been sticking to the whole going to the gym thing. But today, we are going to actually do something awesome. Today, we're going to be reviewing a comic book that I just started reading. Okay, backstory. So, Marvel's doing this new event slash arc called the One World Under Doom arc, and I read the first issue and did not understand anything that was going on. I did not know how Doom came to power, like what is going on. Everybody seems to know about it, so it's not like this started in this issue. Apparently, this happened before, and things are just taking, settling now. So I did my due diligence. I went to Wikipedia, read up on some stuff, and I found out the comic we are reviewing today is a precursor to One World Under Doom, showing how he came to power. And that comic is Blood Hunt. And yeah, apparently this is a comic pretty much superheroes versus vampires, like DC versus heroes versus vampire. Another comic I actually want to read because I hear good things about it. But yeah, we're going to do the first 4 issues, which is issue 0, 1, 2, and 3. The issue 0 is the free comic book day issue that you could have got back on May 4th. Can't wait for free comic book day. I still got to do my reading through all those comics. Like, I grabbed everything off the shelf. I didn't like it's free. Don't knock something free. Plus, a lot of them looked interesting to me. I think I did a review of the Popeye comic on my channel. It's somewhere down there. I'll put a link in the description if you guys want to check that out. If you do, I would appreciate it. Okay, so we're going to start off. Okay, warning first. We're going to do like a light summary of these stories so we can rush through them so this video isn't too long. But we're going to also have mild spoilers. I'm not going to spoil everything, but we're going to have some mild spoilers. Okay? Okay. Okay, so first issue 0. We start off with Spider-Man fighting this character called Dr. Dark. Looked him up. I thought he was a new character, but he's been around. He's been around since like the early 2000s. Don't remember running into him, but yeah, again, like I said, I haven't done my due diligence. I've been, with my comics. But yeah, he's fighting Dr. Dark, doing his thing, saving people, quipping, keeping Dr. Dark off his feet. And one of the quips was funny. He was like, so if you're a real doctor, I have this thing about my feet, and like, let me tell you the smell. And I'm like, yeah, dude, you wear like a skin tight outfit with nothing under it. Like, of course, like after a while, you swinging around like you're gonna eat, but that's beside the point. Anyway, he, takes Dr. Dark down and is getting ready to knock his lights out, and he just starts gagging like, and then out of nowhere, he blows up into this pillar of dark energy that just shoots up into the sky, and Spider-Man's sitting there like, this means I won, right? Like, I won the fight. Like, you all saw that. I won the fight, right? Which is so funny to me. Such a Spider-Man thing to do. So we cut from that to Sue Storm and Reed Richards flying in the Fantastic car, doing Fantastic Four things. I don't know. Never really been a fan of the Fantastic Four. But he's, checking charts and calibrating whatever Reed Richards does. And he noticed, like, yo, there's been a really big uptake of Dark Force energy in like the past few minutes. Like, what the hell is going on? And Sue's like, yeah, I would say so. And then we look around and there's like multiple portals of like pillars of like dark energy heading up to the sky. And this is not just like a New York thing or an isolated incident with Spider-Man. This is global. Anybody who has Dark Force energy is like, becoming spewing out into the sky, and like it starts like darkening the sky. And then we cut to Daredevil. He's sitting on the top of a building, you know, doing his thing, listening, checking out what's going on. And he knows, like, okay, the temperature has changed, the wind direction has changed, so it means the sun is down. But it's way too early for the sun to be down. And he started hearing, like, the screaming of people who are being attacked. He jumps down, and people are getting attacked by freaking vampires. Like, out of nowhere, like, hundreds of these things have come out of nowhere and started attacking people. So he goes down there, fights them off the best he can. Stick a pin in that. Moving on. So we cut to Bled's daughter, which I did not know he had a daughter. Again, gotta, you know, if you, oh my God, okay, I'll put it to you this way because it comes up in the first issue. I'll tell you where I left off on Marvel, and if you see this video, please give me the recommendation so I can fill in the gaps from this to where I last left off. When I last read Marvel, the Avengers were living in a celestial. Like, what is the gap in between that? Like, comment below and let me know, like, what do I have to read in between that? Okay, thank you. Okay, so we cut to Bled's daughter. What's her name? Briella? I think that's her name. Briella Brooks. I think I pronounced her name right. Briella Brooks. Briella Brooks. And like she's either walking to home or just walked from home. And like she noticed, like when I started walking, it was midday. It's night now. Something ain't right. And right when she said that, she get attacked by vampires. But unfortunately, she is the daughter of Blerd, so it does not end well for those group of vampires. So midway through the fight, she's hacking away, and she starts noticing that a lot of vampires that she is not touching are just randomly exploding, being decapitated. And she hears this voice calling out her name and telling her, like, yo, come with me. Me and you gotta save the world. Shit's going down. And out of nowhere, she looks up, and it's freaking Dracula. End of issue 0. I was like, oh, Dracula and Bled's daughter about to have a team up to save the world? Okay. Did not see that coming. Didn't know Blerd had a daughter, so this is even more of a surprise for me. Okay, so we cut the second issue. We notice that the world is slowly growing darker. We get an outside shot of the Earth slowly growing darker, and we go down the list of like Dark Force users. So we have Darkstar, Cloak, Silhouette, and a bunch of other Dark Force energy users who are just become portals for the Dark Force dimension, you know, releasing it into the atmosphere, and now we see it's blocking out the sun for the vampires. And we cut to Wanda, who's checking out one of these Dark Force users who exploded from it, and she's on the comms with Iron Man, and he's like, so Wanda, is there any possible way you can, you know, just magic this away so I don't have to fight today? And she was like, sure, Tony, I can totally magic it away, and then after that, I'm gonna fly to space and bitch slap Galactus. And he's on the call like, you know, you could just said no. I didn't need the sass. And she's like, you didn't have to ask stupid questions then. Shut up. Don't you tell me to shut up. I'm just playing. That's all in my head canon. That wasn't how it went. Anyway, we cut to the Avengers fighting off these, you know, vampires, and we have Black Panther, Sam Wilson's Captain America, Captain Marvel. We have Scarlet Witch, we have Iron Man, we have Vision, and I think I already said Black Panther. Oh, and we have Thor. So yeah, they're, you know, fighting off the best they can. They're holding them off, holding the line, and out of nowhere they get someone on the comm. It's Blerd. He's driving this big container truck, and he's like, yo, Avengers, I know what's going on. Like, I need to get to you. I'm on the run. Like, lock onto this truck, beam me up, and I'll be there, and we can, you know, gather information, share what we know, and come up with a solution for this. So like, okay, Iron Man, who's now on the Impossible City, apparently their new base. Again, don't ask. I don't know. I don't. So he brings the Avengers up to there to meet Blade, and then they lock on to Blade's signal and bring him up. So the truck shows up. Sam Wilson goes to the truck and be like, "Yo, Blade, what's going on? Like, what do you know?" And they get hit with this psychic attack, and like they're stunned, they're stumbling, and then out of nowhere, these, oh my god, they look so awesome. These, I'm calling them Uber Vamps. Their real name is the Blood Covenant, but these Uber Vamps step outside of the truck. They were in the container in the back. They step outside, and when I tell you, matter of fact, let me show you what these guys look like. Show you like how awesome they look. Boop, 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 boop. There you go. Like, this is what they look like. You can't tell me they do not look awesome. Like, let's get a closer look. Let's go down. Like, can you see like how awesome they look? Especially these two in the back. Especially these two. They look awesome to me. Anyway, they're known as the Blood Coven. Okay, so they're known as the Blood Coven. And when I tell you, when they laid hands on the Avengers with a quickness like the Avengers didn't know, they were already stunned from the second attack, and then they're like, bah, 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 bah. It says Avengers falling, Avenger down, and no respawn. So like, you out, and like these vampires are specifically tailored to fight superheroes. Like, we have one vampire who can cut through anything, be it Asgardian skin or Vision, who can go intangible. He can cut through an intangible person. Let this sink in. And then we have this one vampire who I think their power is they feed off magic. So that takes out Wanda, because any magic that he uses against Wanda, he feeds off of and then uses it back on her. Then we have this one vampire who I think is made of like razor wire, who like completely dismantles Iron Man's armor. And this like the white big Uber dude, he's fighting Sam Wilson. T'Challa comes in, knocks him off, fights him off, but he ain't no help because he's beaten out of both of them. And like they see like, yo, we losing this fight. Everybody, like, if you ain't got somebody currently stopping a mud hole in you, please leave so we can regroup later. So like half of the group leaves, and like T'Challa and Sam are the only ones left because you know they can't fly. So well, T'Challa can't fly. Well, he probably can. He's Black Panther. His suit probably seconds as a wingsuit. He probably could have ran away. Anyway, so it's just those two left, and they're going against the jacked up white vampire, and like they're like, okay, what we gonna do? He's like, okay, here's the plan, Sam. And then he like uses an emergency teleporter to teleport Sam away while he goes off to fight the rest of these vampires. And from what I've seen, it don't go too well for T'Challa. He don't make it that long, y'all. He don't make it that long. Okay. So, all this happening. Then we cut to Miles Morales, Spider-Man, who has a freaking lightning sword fighting off vampires. Didn't know he could do that. Did not know he could do that. So, he's fighting off vampires, and he's like, oh crap, vampires are taking over. Okay. What would Blade do? And then out of the shadows, Blade comes up and like, it's not what we can do, it's how we can do it, or something like that. Anyway, he talks to Miles and asks him, do you want to help me do this? And then we cut from that to, what was it? I'm sorry. Oh, Dr. Doom. So we cut to Latveria. These people are running from vampires. And one dude's like, yo, we gotta go. He was like, no, we can't cross that border. He's like, it's the only way. We have no choice. So he crossed the border. Vampires chase after him. Instantly catch fire. Like, instantly explode. And it's Dr. Doom's like, good. The barrier's holding. So, if you would, go help up my new servants. Like, their gratitude is good enough for them to stay with me or something like that. He is starting to do me pretty much like, oh, yo, I saved you. Now you serve me type thing. Okay, where was it? Okay, we did that. That I'm just going through to make sure I'm covering most of everything. Okay. So after all that, we cut to Clea and Stephen Strange, Doctor Strange, in his Sanctum Sanctorum. They're trying to figure out like, yo, what can we do? And like Clea's like, yo, we need to be out there. We need to help out our friends. Like they're going full force out there, and we're sitting here reading books. He was like, I know, but I have a plan for this. There's a spell I know that can literally wipe out all the vampires on Earth. And right when he said that, Blade comes in like, oh, that's cool. But last time I heard, the only way you can use that spell is with the Darkhold. And didn't want to eat that. Again, shocked the hell out of me. Don't know when Wanda did that, but again, like if you know what happened there, please let me know, because I was lost. I was like, she ate the Darkhold? Okay, so they talk to Blade. They're trying to figure out like what's going on. He's like, I know everything. Just we'll talk about it. So he goes, starts doing his own research with them, and they tell them like, yo, I found a way to do the spell without the Darkhold. And Blade turns around like, you do know if you do that, you will be destroying not only the vampires across the earth, but also the vampires on your side. And Doctor Strange's like, hold up, let me get one thing straight with you. I am a doctor. And sometimes if cutting off the infected limb of the patient is the only way to survive, for them to survive, I'll do it. I have to protect not only my patient, but my world. And Blade's like, okay, fair enough. I know you were that dude. Good for you. I doubt Wanda would have wanted to do that again. But he goes off, he tells them about like information, what he knows. Like there's this new organization, the structure. They've come under new management. They're not following Dracula anymore. They have a new mastermind. And Doctor Strange's like, how do you know this? Like, who is this? He says, who is this person? Is it Dracula? And Blade's like, no. This is not Dracula. And he goes off like, if you really want to know who it is, you really want to know who it is? And then he stabs Doctor Strange and says, oh yeah, the mastermind's me. End of issue 1. Okay, going into issue 2. Ooh, this is getting fun. Oh, let me make sure I covered everything. Oh, there's this one thing that I wanted to mention during the fight with the Avengers and these Uber Vamps. There is a point in the fight where Thor takes a headshot. That's how powerful these vampires are. They one-shotted Thor with a headshot. Like, oh, okay. Okay, so issue 2. Have this open for reference. Okay, so issue 2 picks up in the Impossible City, the Avengers' new headquarters. And like, Blade comes in and, congratulates all his Uber Vamps like, yo, you guys did good taking out the Avengers that quick. And you got the heavy hitters, you got Wanda and Vision, and you got the smart one. Come to find out, they did not kill T'Challa, they turned him into a vampire. Yeah, that's not going to end well. So, T'Challa's a vampire, and he then puts T'Challa and the Blood Coven on a mission. He tells T'Challa, go find what I told you to find. We don't know what that is yet. And he tells the Blood Coven, go find the girl, the weapon, the special one, my daughter. So we cut to Briella. Her name is Briella. Briella fighting off some vampires to save this family. And Dracula scolds her like, yo, it's the end of the world. Vampires are taking over. We don't have time to, stop every 5 seconds and help out people. You're like, I don't care. They're innocent. They don't know how to fight vampires. So as long as they need my help, I'm going to help them. Which is fair. Taking up like your daddy. Good for you, girl. Oh, doing this one by one. Okay. So, I didn't mention them before, but we then cut to Hunter's Moon and Tigra. Do not know who Hunter's Moon is, but I have a feeling he's connected to Moon Knight, so we gotta look that up. And Tigra, I only know about Tigra thanks to the Fox Kids 90s TV show, early 2000s TV show. The old Avengers, I think like Ant-Man was the leader. Ant-Man and the Wasp were the leaders. Tigra and some other people. I don't know. Anyway, it was a thing. That's why I know her from. And like they're fighting off the vampires, doing the best they can, trying to protect these people who are trapped in the building. They take out the rest of the vampires and they tell them like, yo, lock it up, barricade, give it the whole entire works, make sure this place is secure, and we'll come back for you. They were like, yo, Hunter's Moon, we need to get to Doctor Strange. He should know how this works. Like, he's part of the Defenders, he's part of the Midnight Sun, so magic and stuff like this is right up his wheelhouse. On their way there, they run into Miles Morales. And he's like, yo, I've been looking for Doctor Strange's place too, but I don't know where it is. He's like, you don't know where Doctor Strange's house is? He's like, no, I'm new to this. I don't know where these people live. And she's like, okay, follow me. So she leads Doctor Strange, leads Hunter's Moon, and Miles Morales to Doctor Strange's place. And Hunter Moon just picks over. He's like, don't feel bad, dude. I didn't know where the man lived either. Like, I'm just following her just like you. So they go in, and she knocks on the door like, yo, Strange, shit going down, need your help. And he peers through the door, like, literally, like, comes through the door, and he's in his astral form. And, like, they're like, okay, yeah, we need your help. Things are going down. Why are you a ghost? We out here fighting for our lives, and you just sitting around as a ghost. You're like, yeah, about that. See, there's been some complications with my body. They open the door, come to find out, Doctor Strange is a full-fledged vampire. Like, Blade did not kill him, he turned him. So now we have, T'Challa and Doctor Strange as vampires. If this only could get any worse. I spoke too soon. So they all sit there. He gives them the lowdown, and then the Avengers show up. And then after the Avengers show up, Briella and Dracula show up, and like Briella's happy because she's like, okay, I know Miles Morales. I don't know any of you, but I know Miles Morales. Yo, Miles, what the hell's going on? And like Miles is just like, he just starts hunching over. He's growling, and then he rips off his mask. Miles Morales has been turned into a vampire. And like they're freaking out. They're trying to keep him, contained, alongside keeping the vampiric Doctor Strange body contained. So Doctor Strange uses a spell, throws the Eye of Agamotto at Miles, and I guess it helps him come to his right mind, so he's not a bloodthirsty vampire. And yeah, he lets them know how things are going, and make sure I'm not going over everything. Okay, I did skip something. Okay, so halfway through the fight, I skipped over some parts. You know what? No, I want you guys to read the comic. So I'm not going to go back and tell you what happened. You want to know? You got to read it. Let's just say there was some things between the everybody showing up and now, and where I just left off. Okay, so we're going to roll it back to where we were. Okay, so issue 3 starts off with Blade talking to vampiric T'Challa, saying like, yo, I found what you were looking for. Blade congratulates him and tells him like, yo, I have a new mission for you. No, he doesn't. Sorry. got confused there. So he gets off comms with. Okay, this is a bit of a spoiler. Okay, so he gets off comms with T'Challa. Wanda, who's feeling a little bit better after that curb stomp, talks to Blade and like, yo, you're doing good, but I noticed something. Um, you're a man short with your blood coven, like so. Obviously, the Avengers are back on their feet now. You caught them off guard the first time, but I think they're expecting you now. And that's when we cut to. Oh wow! I completely blurred two issues together. Okay, take Miles freaking out. That's what happens there. So once they get Miles to his right mind, he like lets everybody know like, yo, Blade has done this. And like Doctor Strange freaking out like, so you didn't tell Blade's daughter why she was here? And Jack was like, yeah, because that would have been an amazing conversation. Yo, Briella, come with me. Your dad turned evil, and you're the only one who can kill him. You think she really would have came with me? And she says that she freaks out, leaves. So Miles and Dracula chase after her because she's freaking out. Strange is like, yo, like, we need to figure out something. Hunter's Moon and Tigra asks Clea, like, yo, put us back in the field. We have to do something. Like, things are going crazy out there. So Clea sends them off. Doctor Strange's like, okay, here's the plan. And then right then, no, it was Captain Marvel. Okay, I'm getting confused. Let me review the comic real quick so I'm not mixing anything up. This is my first review, guys. Forgive me. So they send Hunter's Moon and Tigra off. Captain Marvel comes up and like, yo, we need to like let the people know like we're still here, like the superheroes haven't given up. So they get Tony Stark to hack all the telecom satellites and get Sam Wilson to make a rousing speech that, gets everybody to stand up, everybody catch your breath. If you get knocked down, you get back up. If you die, walk that shit off. And that happens. Okay. Rousing speech. And actually, that's where the comic ends. I mixed some stuff up there, but yeah, that's where the comic ends. That's the first 4 issues. We will be doing the next 4 with this awesome shot of Blade with the blood coven. But yeah, that's going to be the next shot. That's going to be the next 4 issues. I think there's how many issues are left? That's what we're going to do next time. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know it was kind of wonky at the time. I know I may have mixed some things up. I did this unscripted, just off the top of my dome, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Peace out. I will catch you guys later. Once we finish this book, I think I'm going to do a new comic I told you guys about, the Whispering Skull. I think that'll be my next review. We'll see how this video does. But yeah, if you like this, don't forget to comment, subscribe, and like. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If we're going to do this, we're going to do this right. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you know when I'm doing new videos. I'm going to start doing more stuff like this. I'm going to get back into my figure shopping. Well, at a discount with where this economy is going. But yeah, if you guys like this, please support this. It lets me know I can continue doing stuff like this because I'm actually enjoying it. And yeah, peace out.